up right now and across the table is the entrepreneur. Did I say that right? The absolute boss of a woman. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And you may know her as Paige, but we know her as defined by
Paige.
Cool. How does it feel to be on Impact Podcast?
Different.
Okay.
But it's good.
Oh, different is good.
Different is good.
Trust me.
Necessary. It's nice.
Orange is the new black, but different is good. More like that. Cool. So just tell me a bit about you, Paige. Like, what do you do? You know, let the people know.
I'm a personal trainer. My brand name is Defined by Paige. I've also got a gym wear brand which goes by the same name, and it's unisex, which you can find on definedbypaige.com.
Men and women can wear it, yeah?
Men and women.
I see you out there.
Yes. There's more like male options coming soon as well.
Okay. Listen, hold on. Yo, do you think I can be a model on there? What do you think?
Of course you can.
Swear.
Of course you can.
Swear. Hey, yo, make sure you know next time.
You can also find me on Instagram under Defined by Paige. There's two, which one is the shop and one is my personal training page. Add them both.
Love that.
But yeah.
So where do you do your personal training from?
I normally do it in JD gyms, but I can do freelance. I can come out to you if you need me to. And I am looking to open up my own classes and start doing my own classes too soon outside of the gym.
All right. So as an introduction to this podcast, okay, yeah, like we play this game called This or That, yeah. So I will ask you a few things and you'll be like this or that, yeah. For example, what would you prefer, crisps or chocolates?
Okay.
So what would you prefer, crisps or chocolate?
Ooh.
3, 2,
Ooh.
1. You gotta answer.
Chocolate.
Okay. What would you prefer, water or sparkling water?
Water.
Why water?
Sparkling water burns.
Okay. What would you prefer, being taken out or taking someone out?
Being taken out. Easy one. Easy, of course.
Right, where were you going?
If it's a date.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if it's a date, you don't know each other too well, then it's going to be like drinks and some little bites, not a big old food though. I don't like that for dates. But then if it's like you know them a bit better, then something fun like an escape room, like the adult arcade in prom. Like I like fun things. Like it doesn't have to be bougie.
Swear. Okay.
Yeah.
No bougie.
It can be bougie.
Yo, mandem.
It can be bougie.
Mandem,
it doesn't have to be bougie.
If you want to take it today, I just plugged it here.
It doesn't like as long as it's fun, not the norm. What everybody does.
And how are these people going to approach you?
To take me out?
Yeah.
It's impossible right now, you know. It's impossible right now. I'm busy. I'm too busy on my grind right now. Too busy. That's all I'm having right now.
Nah, I hear that. It's calm. I thought that you would be the perfect guest for this podcast. You know, I know quite a lot about you, and I think it's about time that a lot of other people, especially people that you can help, got to know you more on a personal note. You know, the journey that you've been through, the battles, the struggles, and also your successes. Like I see you as a extremely motivated workaholic who has all of this potential, and it's really inspiring to see. It's inspiring to see as a young female, a young black female, doing really, really well in the industry that I'm also in as well. So let's take it away. So tell me about your childhood. Like, what was it like growing up in the household of Paige?
So I'm the middle child of 5.
So have you got middle child syndrome then?
Do you know what? When I was younger, I feel like I did have it, and now that I'm older, it's definitely not a thing now that I'm older. But when I was younger, I did feel like the older two got certain rules, the younger two got certain rules, and my rules are completely different to all of theirs. Like, but I was the more active, more hyper one, so my rules are going to be different, innit?
Mad. Yo, that's crazy. Like, all right, so you're the middle child, yeah?
Yeah.
And how many of you are there?
5.
5 of you, okay?
Yeah, 4 girls, 1 boy.
It's crazy. There's 6 of us. I am number 4. I am. Would you say that I've got middle child syndrome as well?
It'll probably be you and the one next year.
Me and my brother Abraham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you?
Nah, I don't think so. Nah, probably did, you know.
A little bit.
Thinking, yo, that's a bit mad. All right, so tell me more, like, you know, you've told me about the position that you are in your family. Like, tell me more, like, where were you born?
I was born in Birmingham, Dudley Road Hospital.
Proper brummy, yeah?
I keep telling you this. I'm not a yam. So I tell everyone I'm a Brum yam. So I'm from Brum, but then raised in Wolves, but then back and forth between the two. So Brum yam.
Okay, yeah. I've never heard that before.
I made it up, that's why.
Okay, at least I'm learning.
So, right, yeah. But yeah, so majority of my family are in Brum.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just grew up in Wolves, and that's where I was for a while until I started travelling.
Okay, cool. So you were born in Birmingham, in Dudley to be specific.
Dudley Road.
Dudley. Have you got the Dudley? You know what?
I wasn't born in Dudley.
Hear your Dudley accent.
Nah.
Let me hear your Dudley accent one time.
You know the one thing everyone says is that Dudley. That's the only thing I know to say. The only thing. Nah, I'm not good at accents, you know. So,
what school did you go to?
I went to one in Wolverhampton. Do you mean primary or secondary?
Give me both.
Primary was Ettingshaw Primary School, and then secondary was Moseley Park.
Okay, Moseley Park. Love that. Yeah. How was your life at school?
It was fine, you know. In primary, like, I was a little bit of a bully.
You were a bully?
A little bit. Like, not to everybody, more to, like, the boys when they were playing football. Okay. I'd pick on boys. And it's only because they wouldn't let me play, like, the games with them. So then I'd turn into a bit of a bully. But then when I went to secondary, it got switched on me. And after that, I never did it again.
What, like, you became bullied?
Yeah, like, I was kind of, like, taught a lesson in my first year. Then after that, never did it again. I just fixed up. Just one of the girls in the older years kind of like put me in my place, and like that was enough.
Yeah, but what did she do?
I can't completely remember yet. I just remember she kind of like badded me up like on the spot in front of my friends. Nah, just like cussed me in front of my friends, in front of people that I was trying to bad up. It embarrassed me, and the embarrassment was enough for me to be like, I'm gonna fix up. I'm gonna be a better person. And I never did it again since, and I'm grateful for it. You know,
mad.
Serious.
It's a mad thing. So. You were at Moseley School. You went in as a bully, but got bullied from the get-go, and then you fixed up.
Fixed up within the first couple of weeks. Fixed up.
What was your like favorite subject in school?
PA.
Okay.
PA and no, probably just PA.
Yeah. And was you like really good at that, or was you like okay? Or was you like not?
Yeah, I was good at it. Like. I loved PA. I was always the first one ready. Always the first one like getting ready to join the teams or lead the teams. It was my thing.
Okay, I see that. Yeah. I've got a question for you then. Okay?
Go on.
All right, so you probably know what I'm gonna say. Obviously you're black in it. Calm, and obviously everyone says that black people can't swim.
Yeah.
So can you swim?
I can swim. I had lessons.
So you can swim good?
Listen, my mum put us through lessons throughout primary, in the summer holidays, in secondary. But I stopped though before everybody else. Like, do you know in secondary you do like year 7, year 8? I think I stopped. Is it year 7, year 8 or all of year 7?
I can't remember. I got kicked out of school.
Did you?
That was too fair. You got kicked out of school, but I can't remember.
Yeah, fact, I didn't finish it.
What I did with swimming. I don't know if you remember this, but with swimming, what I used to do is I used to pretend that I'm ill and never ever did it.
Why?
Because I remember the first times that I did swimming, can't remember the exact year, whether year 7 or year 8, but I was in the swimming pool. It's crazy. This is, even thinking about it now, it's crazy. I was in the swimming pool, and my friend Daniel at the time, he's going to watch this, he was like, yo, come into the deep end. And I was like, I don't know, it's a bit deep. And he's like, nah, trust me. I trusted him, you get me. He's my best friend, you get me. I've jumped into the deep end. I've gone from the shallow end to the deep end. I can't remember what happened next.
Rocky move.
Listen, rocky move, no armbands, no nothing. And that absolutely ruined my experience of swimming. So then every time we did swimming, because I swear it was like every 6 weeks or every 12 weeks, like for a short period of time.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time it came around, I was like, nah, like I'm ill or something had come up, you know what I mean?
So you can't swim?
Nah, I can swim now, bro.
Oh, okay.
Like, so what happened was I learned actually last year.
Did you?
Yeah, at the age of 28, I learned to swim, and then everywhere I went after that, every holiday I went after that, I swam. Like Dubai. Egypt.
Do you know what? That's good though, you know, because I had a friend that like now still can't swim, and she's like, I'm too old to get lessons.
How old is she?
Like 30.
Yeah.
But she's like, I'm too old to get lessons. It's embarrassing. But I'm like, no, you need to just get them. Who cares? At least you can go in the water and do what you want to do. But that's good that you did it at your age.
To deep it, like what we do, how can we be telling people become a better person if there's stuff in us that we know we can better and not do anything about it? Aren't we then the hypocrite?
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
And as I said, like in our jobs or in our career, should we say, that we have chosen, we have to continue to inspire people. That's the one get started. And that's just another thing that inspires other people. But anyway, we spoke about swimming. You can do swimming, which is good.
Yeah.
So you've gone through school. What happens next? Did you go college? Did you go uni? Like,
no, I stayed on for sixth form, you know.
Yeah.
And then I failed the first year of it because I just chose some random subjects and I was messing around in all of them, like playing games. So yeah, I failed them. And then I had to retake the next year. So I ended up doing 3 years, sixth form rather than 2.
Yeah.
But then I did more subjects I actually wanted to do rather than just random quick pick ones. And then that was it. I was like set on the whole thing. I'm not going to uni. I don't want to follow what everyone else does.
Yeah.
Left it for a while. I just got jobs, normal jobs. Like,
what was your first job?
Working at West Bromwich Albion.
Swear, football.
Yeah.
Can you play football?
I can play football, but I was more goalkeeper when I was.
Swear.
Yeah.
Yo, you in goal?
I'm in goal.
Mad. So, you're telling me now, if I'm taking a penalty, you're saving it.
I'm saving it.
Nah.
You're not getting it past me. You're not getting it past me.
Listen, I'm telling you now, that fake boom, it's going in.
No, I got it.
You sure?
Eyes locked on target.
If you had to bet how much?
Let's start at 50.
Nah, put your car key on it.
My car key.
Listen, you're not confident.
We can put my mom's car keys on those.
My car key. I will put my car key on it that I score past you.
All right then. I'll put
your car key on it.
I'm a bit rusty. All right, give me. I'm a bit rusty at the minute. It's been a while, but okay, give me a bit more, like 2 weeks practice. I'm on it.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I don't even play football.
Don't you? At all.
I don't have a.
All right, give me a week then.
A week.
I've knocked off a week already, you know.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, so obviously you're just shooking it. Just
a little bit.
So you were working at West Brom Albion.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like there?
It was all right. I did Wolves as well. You know, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Did there. I was just serving food and drinks.
Mad.
I was young. It was my first job. I was catching bus there every day. You remember 79 bus route? I used to go from Wolves all the way to Brum. And it'd take like 2 hours.
Nah.
It was a long bus route.
Swear.
Long. I'd be on there every morning. Well, not every morning, every match day. Going all the way. Then jumping off with all the match people. Like, it was long. But
madness.
Yeah. But I did it for like a year. First one.
What did you do after that then?
After that I did... What did I do? I think it was like retail. Okay. I did Sports Direct for a little bit.
And where was that, in Wolverhampton or?
No, that was in Derby because not long after I ended up moving to Derby.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
with my
Birmingham, Wolverhampton, Derby.
Yeah, I like to travel.
Where else have you lived?
Manchester.
Yeah.
I lived in London on and off for a little bit. And then I got a job in New Jersey. Mad. And I was living out there for a few months. Well, not a few months, like several months. Yeah.
What was you doing out there?
Sports coaching.
Mad. Crazy that is.
Got a visa, found a job, and you know what it was? I was doing all these little like bar jobs here and there, little cash in hand jobs, like when you're young and stuff. And I just thought, like, I don't have children.
Yeah.
I don't have any major responsibilities. Like, why am I just sitting in the UK?
Yeah.
The weather's dead. Like, so I started looking for jobs abroad and just found sports coaching. After this, was this after? No, I ended up going to uni in the end, got my sports coaching degree. And then I thought I need to put the job to use and then found sports coaching jobs and just went.
You know, it's funny that you speak about the weather. Yeah, the other day, it snowed.
I know.
It rained, and it had a lot of sunshine in the same 24 hours. The only place in the whole world to do that is the UK. Crazy. So you've done all of these jobs, and then you're back in Wolverhampton now, aren't you? Mm-hmm. So how long have you been back for?
I've only been back a year.
Okay.
Yeah. Back a year, but it's not forever. I'll definitely move again. Definitely.
I hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should speak about the time of lockdown. Yeah, so let's dive into that. How was lockdown for you?
Crazy. It started off okay.
Yeah.
And I was loving it because in my head I'm thinking, yeah, everyone's home. Like when you knock on for people when you're younger to play out, like everyone was available. Can so and so come out to play? Like I'm ringing them like, you're coming out.
Big
like,
28-year-old kid, yeah.
Yeah, like I know we shouldn't have really been going out. At first you could though, couldn't you? So we're going to like the fields and stuff, just chilling in the sun. I swear at first you could.
I ain't admitting nothing on camera still, you get me? Maybe I was out all the time, maybe I wasn't. Listen.
It wasn't me, it was just me in spirit. But yeah, for the first bit anyway. And then it took the twist, didn't it?
Yeah, what
I ended up getting ill. And then the whole of lockdown, both of them were just focused on that.
Yeah.
That was it really.
So let's dive into that. Like, what happened?
I ended up getting diagnosed with cancer in the first lockdown. And then second one was just remission. So it was crazy.
All right, so let's dive into that, yeah. Like, what do you mean by it was a twist? Like, walk me through. What happened?
Yeah, so then I had a tattoo to cover a scar on my shoulder, and then it ended up developing a few keloids around the original scar. It wasn't too bad, only little ones. But I was getting more sorted with dermatology and things. Then a few months later, another one appeared, like, which I thought was another keloid, but it was bigger than the others, and it was fine. Then I kept looking at it a few weeks later again, the past, and it got bigger. And I was saying to my mom, like, is this getting bigger? And she's like, no, it's fine, it's cool. Like,
when you talk about like the size of it, can you just, if we were to use your hand,
so say like the keloids were probably like half the size of like a 5p coin, half of that. And then the one that came in the middle was like, it started off as a 5p. Then it went to like a 10p, like in like 2-3 weeks. Then it went to like a £2 coin. Then it went to like a mini Satsuma orange. It's orange or tangerine, the little ones, tangerina. Then it just kept going and going and going and going. It got huge. Like, it was bigger than my fist. And it was like on the outside of my skin. It was mad. It was actually mad.
What was the next step for you?
Just loads of checkups. Doctors didn't know what it was. I think I had 8 hospital visits just to see what it was. No one knew what it was. They kept sending me away with paracetamols and stuff. Saying, someone even told me, one of the doctors even told me it was COVID.
The doctor thought it was COVID?
Yeah. And then I ended up getting referred to a different doctor, and they said it could be one or two things. And they said, we think it could be cancer, or it could be, I can't remember what they said the other thing was. All I had in my head then was like, cancer? Like, what do you mean? Like
I don't know. I think I'm a strong person.
Yeah.
And I think I'm like on it. Yeah. And I've always said for years, if I ever got told like, boom, you've got cancer, I actually don't know what I'll do.
Yeah. Do you know what? In my head, it's just like, it is what it is. And I am quite strong. It's more the after bit of it when it proper sunk in, like when you see scars every day, when like you see people looking at your scars every day. That's the thing that knocks me. Other than that, I didn't really business. If it wasn't for other people, the scars wouldn't even bother me. But it's the looks, the questions, the stares.
What are the questions that you get asked?
By random people, like, will come up to me like, what happened to you? Did someone burn you? Did someone spill something on you? Who did that to you? Like, on nights out, strangers is coming, like random people.
Well, people are rude,
People are next level rude.
People are rude.
Train station, walking through on my own. Some man's run me down there. What happened to you? You need God. Someone's done that to you. God needs to be in your life. And I was just like, the way I cussed out this man in the train station.
You should have done that karate.
Listen, the guy pulled out a Bible out his pocket. I was like, nah, this isn't happening. It was mad. But
but the Lord works in mysterious ways,
Yeah, it is true. But sometimes people need to have manners and a bit of consideration. Because maybe I don't want to speak on it. Maybe I don't want to answer to a stranger. But yeah, I had cancer.
Mad, like the point that you've just made there, that, that you in the moment thought, what about my image? Rather than, I'm going through this. And like that is so common with people today. Like, they're battling depression. But I'm a doctor, or I'm a manager, or I'm a dad. What about my image? Do you feel that?
Yeah.
And like, that's the mind of society now, because we're in such a position in life where we all want to be seen a certain way.
Yeah.
And it's not even that we're doing it on purpose. It's subconscious now. The subconscious mind needs to be seen a certain way. And the minute that something happens that is far more challenging than how we are perceived to look, it's at that moment where we are in two decisions. We either fight or we flight. And in that moment, you were like, I'm going to fight this, but I need everyone's help.
Yeah.
And the beauty of this specific moment right now, Paige, is that like you're here now.
No, for real.
You feel me? And like, I really, really believe that, like I said it at the beginning, like you're inspiration, like in so many ways to someone like me.
No, thank you.
You're welcome. Like, you really do inspire people. And this is why I wanted to get you on here, because I wanted to look you in the face and say that you are the one. You just now need to take those steps to just fully go. Do you get me?
No, I hear you.
Because what you've battled is far more and harder than what's about to come. But how am I being seen? Well, who cares? Work harder.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Well, I've been through this.
Yeah.
So, we spoke about the journey that you've been through, Paige. But if I didn't know you, what do people misunderstand about you the most?
I think it'd be that I'm so laid back and chill that maybe they think I don't have the drive. But it's only when I break it down to them, the things that I do and everything I do in my daily life, they're like, oh. Or like they don't feel like the fire's there anymore. I'm just so much more laid back since lockdown. I'm thinking, why stress? Like, why stress about anything? But it's when they start hearing and actually getting to know me, they're like, oh, like there's more to you. Like you do loads. And I think probably that. From knowing me, from what you know now, what would you say?
So what I know about you is, if I didn't know you, what would I misunderstand about you the most? I feel like I'm not the right person to answer this, because what I do day to day is very similar to you. So I'm going to fight that. And like, I remember the first time that I met you face to face in person, I came over to you and chatted to you like in my bedroom time ago. To get me. So I wouldn't misunderstand anything about you because I understand you from a distance anyway.
Yeah.
You know, you're pretty straightforward in my eyes.
Yeah.
Very ambitious person.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're a personal trainer now, you're in fitness. Have you always known that you was going to do that?
Yeah, always. I think, because I've always been a bit of a tomboy, always been into my sports growing up. Like my brothers and sisters, they didn't really, they had their little bits in it, but I was always more into it than them, doing like karate, things like that. Yeah, I used to compete in it. And then I used to always take part in like team sports. And then I got into track sprinting.
Swear. Okay.
Yeah.
What's that? What distance we're saying?
I did 100 meters and 200 meters.
Okay.
I competed like around the country. Yeah, I was actually decent. But the thing that's annoying with me is like, I'll get into sports.
Yeah.
What I used to do, not now. I used to get into a sport, I'd compete, and as soon as I got to like a level I wanted to get to, I'd be like, yeah, I've done it now. Next one, next sport. Like, but the only one I didn't really do that with was track sprinting. Like,
you're consistent.
I was consistent, and then it's only when I started moving cities and moving around and traveling and stuff that I fell off a bit. I started thinking, let me live my life a little bit. But I do still do it a little bit now, getting back onto it more. But yeah, I think because I've always had like the little involvement in sports, or I have to be active.
Yeah.
I just knew like I'm going to be doing sports in my life. And then I did PE in school. Then I did GCSE sports. Yeah. And then I did A-level sports.
So you've always been around sport, really?
Always. Then I did sports in uni.
Yeah. What made you want to be a PT and not a PE teacher then? If you've always been in sport?
Because I'd rather work with adults than children. Like, I don't mind. I don't mind and everything. But obviously, like, PE teachers, it is good. And it's for some people. But I don't want to be feeling like I'm in a building just saying, do this, do that. I want people that can develop a bit more and push them a bit further than what you can a child. Instead of following that script, you can like make your own thing.
So what one piece of advice would you give somebody who's either looking to be a fitness instructor or a personal trainer or work in your field? Like what bit of advice would you give them, Paige?
I'd say find your niche and make sure you focus on that, lock in on that, and that's what you're going to always stick to. It can be competitive, but you need to focus on yourself because you're the only person making yourself the money. No one else is making you the money. And make sure that you yourself are in a decent shape and good shape as well, because you're your selling point.
Do you think that's important for a PT to be in shape? What's your view?
I personally do. Yeah, because
why do you think that?
If you're trying to sell something to people and what you're selling is a better body image or better health, but then you don't have a good body image and you don't have good health, why am I going to come to you? I want to go to someone that I want to look at you and be like, yeah, they know what they're on about because they're doing it themselves and they take pride in their appearance too. Like your body and your image is your selling point when you're a PT. Like that's the first thing they do. People look at you and then they're like, I want them based on how they look, or that might be the person for me or
that's
not.
The body that I'm looking for.
Yeah. I feel like you need to be in shape because that's the field that you're working in. Body shapes.
It's such a taboo topic. Like some people are like, some people are like, nah. I'm very much like, you must be in decent shape, surely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, don't be like completely out of shape. You know
I get it. Like if you've been in the field for a while, say you've had an injury and you just let it all go, but you've still got loads of knowledge, then fair enough. You're still getting good results. Fair enough. But me personally, I want to see you looking a certain way for me to come to you. Because even as a PT, I might want a PT one day, but I want to see that you know what you're doing based on how you look.
So like, what are your fitness goals right now?
I want to get a lot leaner, way more definition, slim down a bit, and improve my endurance because I want to try and get into sports again. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
That'd be really good. Have you heard of this thing called High Rocks?
No.
So something to check out.
High Rocks.
Yeah, High Rocks.
Okay.
It's basically 8 1 kilometer sprints or 8 1 kilometer runs with 8 different stations as well. So it could be like 1 kilometer run into wall balls, back into a 1 kilometer run into walking lunges, into 1 kilometer, etc. So it'll be a really good thing. It's something that myself and a few people from JD Oldbury are going to be participating as well next year. But if you are into, getting yourself fit, it's something to look at.
What is it like mud runs kind of thing, or like obstacle courses?
No.
Is it indoors or outdoors?
It's indoor as far as I'm
okay.
aware.
Okay. Like CrossFit?
Kinda like that. Kinda.
All right.
Maybe like a branch off. Yeah, something like that. But it's interesting. So, okay, while we're closing this up, and it's a question that I ask everybody who sits in that chair, Paige. How old are you now?
31.
So you're 31 years of age now, yeah? Now, I want you to picture yourself at 16, yeah? Where do you think your mindset was at 16?
I was just class clown.
Swear.
Yeah, just always having fun, joking around, loud.
Yeah.
That was it. I wasn't really caring about anything else.
Mad, the same as me, that is.
Yeah, always getting kicked out of class. I'm making up pure noise.
Holy noise.
I miss those days.
Do you?
No, I miss the fun side of it, but the actual reality of it is now that I'm older, I realise how important school and being serious actually was. But it was fun at the time. I still got somewhere, so luckily it turned out okay.
Did you ever hear the teacher say you're going to amount to nothing?
Oh my gosh, there's this one business teacher, and it plays in my head sometimes. This one business teacher at Molesley, Mr. Collins. I remember him. Mr. Collins. And my sister, she was always like the higher academic level, like her brain. She did like higher level maths and all that stuff at A level. She was smart, and I was always the one like retaking. And I did business, and I was so good at business. But before I did it, he was like the head of it. And he was like, you keep failing things, you're never going to get anywhere. You're not like your sister, you need to be more like your sister.
He compared you?
Yeah.
Why do people do that?
And then I chose business, his subject.
Mad.
Got the highest score in the class.
Mad.
Serious.
Yo, beg you looking at camera and say, look
I
at me now.
I got the highest score in that class,
look at me now.
See that, Mr. Collins?
Say, look at me now.
Look at me now.
Yeah.
Look at me now.
Yo, man's fighting this weekend of that.
Listen, they opened up a whole new grade system, okay? And I was like...
Mad, listen, defined by Paige landed.
Defined by Paige landed.
So the question that I want to ask you, Paige...
Yeah.
...is what would you tell the 16-year-old version of you?
To focus. Stop messing about. Don't let what other people say knock you or affect you. And figure out what direction you want to go in from early. Because I spent lots of years trying to figure it out, doing bits of this, bits of this, when if I just focused a bit on what I was doing younger, it would have been the same as what I'm doing now, but sooner. So, focus. I was so easily distracted. But yeah.
Thank you very much for jumping on this. It's been a pleasure. Season 2 coming soon, yeah?
Yes, definitely.
Yo,